Hey everyone, my name is Ray Lewis, and I'm the newly appointed head coach for both men's and women's at Central State University. I'm excited to be here today and present to you how to properly train eye sequencing for blockers. So first off, to give you a little bit of background, I'm coming from an NAI institution. We were in back-to-back national championships, and the 3 years I was a head coach there, we were consistently ranked in the top 10 in blocking. So I spent a lot of time thinking about what made us successful blockers. Why did I think we were good at blocking? And it really came down to eye sequencing and talking about those minute details. There's a lot of information out there about eye sequencing, a lot of great information, but I thought I would take a little bit of a different approach on how to talk about eye sequencing. So we're going to focus a little bit more on just peripheral versus focal vision. So when we talk about those two concepts, we're going to break down what those mean. But we're looking at big picture and small picture and trying to help blockers create a simple checklist, right? As we are at the net blocking, especially in the game of men's volleyball, there's a lot of information coming at us and the game is incredibly fast. So we want to make sure that we have a simple checklist for athletes to follow to ensure they're going to be successful while blocking. The information is relative. So that's my big disclaimer for you guys, is information is relative to the level that you're coaching, to your opponent, to the scouting report. Obviously, at a high level, we have a lot of time to scout and find out information about the opposing team that we're playing, and also your personnel. So if you have guys that are at a younger level, maybe not as good laterally, this might not completely apply, right? The bunch read is what we're going to spend a lot of time talking about in terms of sequencing, but you might run a spread system. Just know that that's okay. Obviously, our goal when coaching younger athletes is to get them ready to train and play at the next level, okay? We really want to accomplish getting blockers to stare at the right points longer. I will tell you guys as well, as I was hoping to do some on-court demonstration, but obviously due to COVID restrictions and things, and me being at a new institution without a men's team, I'm not able to get in the gym. So I will do my best to kind of demo. I threw some video clips throughout of my former program, and hopefully that'll be helpful for you. So first thing we're going to ask is, what is peripheral vision? So simplest way to talk about it is, what can you see that you're not staring at? So a good thing I'll use with athletes is I'll have them put their hands out to the side and maybe move fingers. We go really, really wide at times and just stare straight ahead. And I ask if they can see the movement. Generally, athletes can't see specific information, but they can see movement, engaged movement. That's going to be incredibly important as we talk through the phases of eye sequencing, because I think that peripheral vision allows us to really be aware of what our hitter's doing and their routes, okay? So we have a larger range of peripheral of 170 degrees of vision, about 100 that comes from peripheral. However, we don't get clarity a lot of times in that peripheral vision, okay? So next we have what's called central vision, but I like to call it focal vision, right? We talk a lot about a focal point, or ask our athletes to focus on specific information. So when I talk about focal vision, we're talking about what you see when you're staring straight ahead. This is going to be the immense details, really specific information, whether it's color, shapes, or details about a player. Of your 170 degrees, this is about 70, but obviously this is giving you all the minute details that you need to see. All right, so there are 4 phases of eye sequencing. So we have ball, setter, ball, hitter. A lot of coaches, especially at a high level, will add that additional phase of the hitter in between ball and setter, where you're starting to identify your hitter in the route. We are going to address that, but we're not going to spend time in a specific phase. We're going to talk a lot about that in our peripheral vision and how we develop that sequence within our peripheral. As you can see below, there's a clip, and I really like the eye progression here, because you can just kind of see the guys moving their eyes to the right place point by point. I know it's a little fast because it's a GIF, but once again, I don't have full access to record a practice video.